Today I'm going to be showing you guys the fastest way to complete the road trip challenges, all 14 challenges. That's right, there are 14, including where to find the painted Durrr burger head, a dinosaur, a stone head statue, different stop signs, as well as tips and tricks for all of the other challenges in this one so you guys can get them done as fast as possible and fully unlock this new backbling item that you can see right here. It's definitely an interesting one, but also I'll be showing you how to do the prestige challenges, which can unlock you a new spray, some XP, and also a Rift Storm variant slash style for Catalyst. So yeah, guys, this is going to be a very fun video, very helpful. If you do enjoy it, if you find it helpful, hit that like button down below. I appreciate it a ton. Also comment, what is your favorite item in the battle pass? For me, it has got to be Yonder. That is like my official skin now. It's even got a like suit and crown and stuff at a certain level, so I'm really liking that one. But on top of that, guys, be sure to use code TheLlamaSir in the item shop if you appreciate this. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into it. So yeah, guys, quick overview of the challenges. We'll start off with the ones that you have to unlock first, because you have to unlock them like in order. Like, and you know what, let me just show you here. So if you go into the challenges, the ones that for this one, this guide is for road trip. If you go in there, you've got your first three available, which are visit drift painted Durrr burger head, a dinosaur, and a stone head statue. Show you the locations of those. Also deal damage to opponents while riding in a vehicle, and then destroy stop signs with the catalyst outfit. So I'll show you how to get all of those done. But as you can see, when you unlock some of those, you start to unlock other challenges as well, such as visit lazy lagoon and lucky landing in a single match, get trick points, stuff like that. But I'll show you how to do all of those, which we'll go over once we complete these first ones. But then on top of that, you can view prestige, which if you do this, I'm pretty sure it's like the same type of challenges as the first ones, but a little bit harder. And you also get some stuff like this right here, as you can see, a style for catalyst, but that is like how to prestige them. So again, we'll show you how to get through those. But first of all, let's start off with these. And you know what, let's start with deal damage to opponents while riding in a vehicle. Then we'll get into visit drift painted Durrr burger head, stuff like that. So how to deal damage in a vehicle. Obviously the best way to do this in this season, since there is no I'm pretty sure the quad crasher got vaulted. So with that being said, you want to use the brand new vehicle, the Brute. This one is obviously very good at dealing damage because it has like weapons and stuff built into it. And as you guys may or may not know, it is pretty new. So it is a two-person vehicle. One person controls the movement, I'm pretty sure, and another person can control the weapons. I'm not sure if like if you have a teammate controlling the weapons and you're controlling the movement, if you too get the challenge done, like you get the damage as well. We'll have to wait and see about that. But you don't need a teammate to control this thing. You can, I think, switch in between them. I haven't used it a ton, but by far, guys, this vehicle is the best at doing that. And you can find a bunch of them around the map. They are these like meteor looking things that fly onto the map. Like you can see a bunch of them at the start, so head straight towards those, and that's how you find a Brute. So be sure to get into it before other people do, and you'll be able to get this challenge done. But keeping it going here, let's move on to the one where you have to visit a painted Durrr burger head, a dinosaur, and a stone head statue. Now the hardest of those three is the stone head statue, but again, I'll show you all three of them, starting it out here with the painted Durrr burger head. Now you probably know where this is if you've been a player of Fortnite for a very long time, since like season 5, I believe. However, for those of you who do not know where it is, basically when you head into game, you want to head over towards Pleasant Park. Over towards Pleasant Park, a little bit to the east of it, is this one hill that you can see right on here. I'm just heading on towards it. That hill is where you want to go because you can find the painted Durrr burger head right on top of it. It is like the Durrr burger mascot with some graffiti on it from season 5, and as you can see, it completes the challenge for you right there. But keeping it going here, you also have to visit a dinosaur, and that is instead over at Paradise Palms, or sort of near Paradise Palms. It's to the south of it. As you can see, you want to go to the south side of Paradise Palms, follow the road leading out of it, and you will find some dinosaurs, a few of them actually, so simply land near those, and that'll be the second part of this challenge done. And then for the final stage, this is where you have to find a stone head. This one is a bit tougher, but you can find it inside of the jungle biome. Well, more so towards Lazy Lagoon. As you can see, you want to go to the west of Lazy Lagoon and head right into these trees. As you can see, this specific spot does have a stone head statue that you can get, and it will complete the challenge. Now, you may have to move to a specific spot. For some reason, it took a little bit for it to show up. So for some reason, it's not showing up. Move to this specific spot that you saw me go to, because that's where I was able to get it. But then after that, we have the stop sign challenge, and then a bunch of other challenges, also the prestige ones, which are fairly similar to the first one, so those will go pretty quick. But let's start to go through these even faster. So the stop signs, the way that I recommend finding these is to basically go to any location that has a bunch of streets. Pleasant Parks, I think Mega Mall and Neo Tilted have some, not 100% sure, but also Paradise Palm. But Pleasant Park is the one I went to, and like, as you can see in this little bit of gameplay, I was able to find a bunch of them super easy. However, I would recommend going to the location that's farther away. Also doing team Team Rumble. I did solo because like there were some connection issues. But if you go to a location like that, you should be able to find these fairly easily. Moving on here though, you then have ride a zipline in different matches. This one is obviously a little bit annoying since you have to do it in different matches. But you know, finding a zipline is pretty easy. I would recommend going to the jungle biome. That one has the most ziplines, I'm pretty sure. I think there's some in the snow biome as well, but by far the jungle biome has the most of them. So be sure to go to that location specifically and you'll be able to get this one done very, very easily. Then after that, you have search a chest in different named locations, which is also very, very easy. However, I do have one recommendation for it, and that is to obviously do something like Team Rumble. Well, that's not my recommendation. I actually recommend going to the top left of the map. The reason for that is that those 3 locations, there's actually 4 up there that are super close together. Junk Junction, Haunted Hills, and Pleasant Park. They're super close, so you should be able to get a bunch of chests back to back to back and get this challenge done in like no time flat. That's by far like a super easy way to do it. Now after that then, you also have visit Lazy Lagoon and Lucky Landing in a single match, which is tough because they are really far away from each other. Those locations are pretty crazy, but the way that I would recommend doing it is actually going over to Lucky Landing first. The reason that I recommend that is because there is a secret spot that you can find a bunch of drift boards in, and it's right inside of Lucky Landing. So if you're heading over to Lucky Landing, basically the spot that you want to head to is this specific building on the northern side of Lucky Landing. If you go up into the top of it, you will see that there is a spawn for a bunch of these drift boards. So you simply break a wall and then you can fly out and head all the way to the northern part of the map and try to get a little bit lucky, hope nobody finds you. But if you do that, you'll be able to make it there fairly quick. Now after that then, you have get trick points in a vehicle, which if you have this one, if you happen to have them both unlocked at the same time, which I do recommend, try and get like at least the first 4, I think. First 4 challenges done. Then you'll be able to do this one while you're going for that Lucky Landing. You'll just be able to sprint around a few times, you know, do a few flips, and you'll be able to get both of these challenges done very, very easily. Now then after that, guys, we have the prestige challenges, which are versions of those first 7 that we covered, but even tougher. So I have a few extra tips for these ones specifically. Now the first of which is to visit Drift Painted Durrr Head, a dinosaur, and a stone head statue in a single match, which is tough to do because those locations are quite a far bit away from each other. So the way that I recommend doing this is to first of all do solo. I think Team Rumble might be tough because you may run out of time with this storm. However, the spot that I would recommend starting at is over here. You want to start off with the Durrr Head because there is a drift board spawn right next to it. Now you do need to get there first, but that shouldn't really be too much of a problem. But if you can grab that drift board, obviously you can visit that one, then head right over to the stone head statue, which is pretty close, and then go pretty far away, all the way over to the dinosaurs near Paradise Palms. However, you pretty much need that drift board because it is a very long distance to cover in a single match, but that'll be like the fastest way you can get it done. Then after that, guys, keeping it going here, you also have eliminations while riding a vehicle, which is pretty similar to the deal damage one, but obviously you need to get eliminations. But with that being said, I would for sure recommend using the brute vehicle because it's pretty good at getting eliminations, especially in something like Team Rumble. I think you need 5 eliminations too. So yeah, for sure, use the brute. This challenge was basically made for it, and that's pretty much the only way you're really going to be able to get it done. Now after that, then you have another tough one, which is destroy stop signs with the Catalyst outfit in a single match. Now I haven't had like a ton of time to check out every single location, but again, from what I've seen so far, I checked Mega Mall, Neo Tilted, and Salty Springs, and also Pleasant Park. I'm pretty sure Pleasant Park has the most, and I think you can get it done in one match. You can at least get 5. We got 5 before getting eliminated because there was a ton of people there, but for sure, start at Pleasant Park in like Team Rumble or something, and then maybe you can head over to another named location if you need more. Actually, guys, 100% do Pleasant Park. I guess some other people destroyed stop signs the first time I went, so I went back there to check, and there's tons of them there. Like in one spot, I found like 5 or 6 just in one corner of Pleasant Park, so for sure go there. After that, you also have deal damage to opponents while riding a zipline, which is fairly tough, and the main way that I would recommend doing it is hoping that the circle in Team Rumble happens to land somewhere where there is a zipline, especially if it's near the center. So, you know, if the circle is somewhere in the snow biome, maybe in the jungle, especially in the jungle, you know, that's probably the best spot for it again. And also a little bit up towards Pleasant Park, there's a couple zip lines right over there. But by far the best way to get this done is to hopefully have the circle land around one in Team Rumble. That'll help out like a ton. After that, you also have eliminate opponents in different named locations, which is very simple. You can do it in the same match, but I would recommend just doing something like solo, landing at different named locations, and it's probably going to be one where it just takes a bit of time. And then after that, you have a really tough challenge, which is to visit different named locations in a single match, which seems easy at first until you realize it is 10 different locations. 10 different locations, but don't worry guys, I think I have the best route for you to take, and this should help you get it done fairly easily. So basically, the way that I recommend doing this is first of all going up towards the top left of the map. As I said, there's a bunch of close locations up there, but the reason that it's also great is that there is that racetrack right next to Junk Junction. As you can see me going right here, if you head over to that racetrack specifically, there are some drift boards that can spawn. Those are basically a necessity to get this challenge done. Now after that, then you can start your route of 10 different named locations. First of all, starting out with Junk Junction, then Haunted Hills, then Pleasant Park, then The Block, then Lazy Lagoon, then Loot Lake, or you can maybe instead go to like Pressure Plant, then Dusty Depot. But either way, say you're going to Neo Tilted from Loot Lake, you want to go over then to Shifty Shafts, then to Salty Springs, and then either to Dusty Depot or Mega Mall. That right there is, I think, the best route that you can take. It's probably the closest 10 locations together, and you can just go from one to the next and get it done no problem. And then with that being said, guys, you have the final challenge, which I recommend trying to get this one or do both of them at the same time if you can, because basically it is to get trick points in a vehicle in a single match, which is 500,000. Not that much. You can get like 300,000 in one simple trick when you're like just moving in between these locations. But again, save yourself some time. Make sure you have both of those unlocked. I'm pretty sure it works out that way. And yeah, if that's your final challenge, you will be fully done with all of these. So there you guys have it. That is how you unlock everything from the road trip challenges. If you enjoyed today's video, guys, hit that subscribe button down below for more challenge guides coming out in the near future. And be sure to check out some of my previous videos here. Got some fun ones on the screen that you should definitely check out. But other than that, guys, again, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one.